It was at the base of Mount Rushmore last night where the Jewish community in Dakota Territory lit a menorah. Yes, now we have an update to a story we shared with you first last night. Robert Roy Yellowbird, accused of escaping from the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office facility on Monday, has been found. Well, starting July 1st, when you check out at the store, you're saving a bit of money. This is because the sales tax rate was reduced from 4.5% to 4.2%. The reduction will expire in 4 years, but a bill introduced in the legislature could change that. Cody Dennis has more about how the proposed legislation will affect you. We now turn to that road closure that may affect your morning commute. Kyle Clark is live in downtown Rapid City this morning with more details. Good morning, Kyle. This weekend, the Grinch made the trip from Whoville to Rapid City, and it seems he came with a full schedule, stealing breakfast and even raising money for the Black Hills Toy Drive. Now, even though this house is in Northeast Ohio, it's kind of world famous, and even the stars of the movie know about it. More people were betting in Deadwood last month. The South Dakota Commission on Gaming says sports wagering alone was up more than 12% when compared to November 2022. The Bearhead sisters auditioned on Canada's Got Talent and were a Juno's 2023 Traditional Indigenous Artist or Group of the Year nominees and winners. Here is Trina, Carly, and Allie. Good morning to all of you. I know that you had previously said something about crypto in the dark web. How does crypto kind of play a role into this human trafficking? The U.S. government focused on last year was creating community. That's one of the things we've kind of been lacking these last few years. Is there anything going on? I know that you're out at the new Y, out at the Liberty Center. What's going on out there, kind of creating that sense of community? What's kind of the gap between what's happening right now and why do we need this program for our Western South Dakota producers? People are stuck. Severe weather across the country has shut down major roads and canceled many flights. Some areas under ice storm warnings and winter weather advisories. In Nebraska, people traveling I-80 were at a halt Christmas Day when whiteout conditions caused dozens of crashes. In Fargo, North Dakota, downed tree branches scattered in the streets. And now for the latest here in Rapid City, Madison Newman joins us in the studio with the details. Good afternoon, Madison. Police are investigating another incident that happened early yesterday afternoon. They say they were called to the intersection of Wood and College Avenues for a report of gunshots, and they detained a man in a red sweatshirt running from the area. Police then reviewed this video from a nearby camera. You can see it there on your screen, which shows two males walking near the intersection when the one in black fires a gun and both run away. Senator John Thune wants more in the National Defense Authorization Act, which the Senate is set to vote on later this week. Thune says the U.S. has to catch up when it comes to military preparedness. Well, last week, Governor Kristi Noem gave the annual state budget address. This is where she explains to the lawmakers how she would like to see our tax money spent for the 2025 fiscal year. One lawmaker says a major factor was missing. Childcare was not mentioned during the budget address. Instead, Noem called for a 4% increase for the big three: nursing homes, education, and state workers. South Dakota District 10 Representative Cameron Nelson from Sioux Falls says he supports the increases, but wishes more was included in the address. He also says that these multiple points at an intersection like this increases the chance of a wreck. In the meantime, though, you will be seeing more stop signs. That's what people say they'd like to see in that July meeting.
How far west that wind and snow gets is still the big question we'll be asking throughout the day today. Keith?
That's right. We'll definitely want to stay tuned as people start to travel back to wherever they're headed tomorrow or today.
A big problem, especially heading east to Rapid City tomorrow.
Definitely. All right. Thank you, Eric. We'll check back in with you in just a few minutes for more on the forecast. Good morning and thanks for joining us. We had a warm day yesterday, reaching nearly 60. Are we going to keep this party rolling today, Eric?
We're going to take a break from that
today. We're going to take a break.
We partied too hard. Then we're going to bring back the 60s over.
Okay. Well, first on Good Morning Dakota Territory, it's the middle of winter. You head out to your car, start it, and you start shivering. It's a common story for many of us. However, even though Western South Dakota is car-centric, some people wait at the bus stop to get where they need to go. This is true for many single-parent families at Rural America Initiative, a early Head Start program. But after getting dropped off at the nearest bus stop, it's another 1.2-mile walk. I took a look at the bus stops in Rapid City and their proximity to early Head Start programs.
8:17 or so, that's when I get on the bus and I get to work like at 9:05.
So it takes you about 45 minutes-ish?
Yeah, and that's every trip to and from, you know, so.
Dusty Oliver works as a housekeeper at a hotel in Rapid City.
I'm going to be transferring over to Family Fare on Campbell.
She doesn't have a car, and relies on public transportation to get her and her 1-year-old daughter around.
Yeah, 2 of these a day, so just to and from.
Oliver's daughter goes to Rural America Initiative, also known as RAI.
Like early Head Start, yeah, that's a very good part of it, but like more or less just so I could work.
This is the closest bus stop to RAI, near the intersection of Campbell and St. Patrick Street. Yeah, it's a 1.2-mile walk to the Early Head Start program, a program that the National Head Start Association says is proven to boost Oliver's income, likely keep her daughter out of jail, and help both of them out of poverty.
Monday through Friday, only because she goes to school then.
Okay.
But in that, like, housekeeping wise, it would be best if I worked on weekends, you know, but it's just, yeah, but it's just, you know, she goes to school, so.
When Oliver's daughter first started at RAI, Oliver had to rely on friends and family to pick her up, or else it would be that 1.2-mile walk from the nearest bus stop on Campbell Street. In Oliver's favor, RAI opened a bus route that picks the child up in the morning and drops her off in the afternoon.
We do run 3 buses.
Reddy says RAI has 2 bus driver openings, so if one driver is sick, they have to close a route down.
The majority of our parents are single parents. We have single fathers, we have single great-grandmothers, grandmothers. We've even had grandpas that had custody of children, and most of our parents are busy working, but they come in with little ones and they're like, well, we walked all the way down from Campbell, and it's like.
Walking distance for a toddler is 0.2 miles. A NHSA map shows none of the Head Start programs in Rapid City are within 1 mile of a bus stop.
Thank you, have a good afternoon.
In Rapid City, I'm Keith Grant, Dakota Territory News.